I heard Yuzaki in the background.
Anyway,
That was
let's
unexpected.
get this on for real.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do this.
Okay, it's recording. Okay, so hello guys, this is me, DavePink243, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play on my channel. This is Puyo Puyo 15th anniversary, and I'm not alone for this project either. Say hello to my viewers.
It's KQTUH, but as of now on I'm going to be known as Ameniki. How you doing, guys?
Yeah, so basically, like, I figured that since, like, this was a celebration kind of game, for the series, you know, I could probably do something special for it, and this is exactly it, and, Quinton here, he is a very special guest. He'll be here throughout the entire playthrough. It's going to be great. Quickly, I'm going to load up the opening cutscene. I need a little bit of help here because
Concho. Yeah, right there. Let's see, Manzai demo on the third from the top.
Third from the top. So
oh, wait,
here.
wait. Hang on. That's the activation of the cutscenes. My bad. So go back. That's the options menu. Go to Concho, right there, yeah. And then Manzai demo is the last one on the bottom. So, there's the opening.
Yeah, that one, right?
Yeah, opening. Yeah.
Yeah, so Quinton knows a lot of Japanese. He's very fluent in it, so it's going to be very helpful throughout this entire playthrough.
Tadaima yori.
バトル大会の開会を宣言します。わーい。皆さんには全8戦のさまざまなぷよ勝負を勝ち抜いてもらいます。すべてのぷよ勝負を勝ち抜いた優勝者には願い事の叶うメダルを授与します。選手先生、私たちは正々堂々とぷよ勝負をすることを誓います。皆さん、優勝目指して頑張ってね。
頑張ります。
なんか降ってきたけど。
ん？
まあいいか。
Okay, so is it alright if I explain?
Yeah, you're the explainer here.
So yeah, Mysticor just announced the the setting for this game, the Print Town tournament, where that'll consist of eight matches in Puyo Puyo amongst contestants. Whoever completes all 8 of the matches will earn a medal that grants any wish that you request. And Amity, Arl, and Sig, announced that they promised to make it a fair, all for all match. Play fair, play to your best efforts. And then at the end, Sig noticed that something just fell from out of nowhere. It's like, I feel like something just fell here. Oh well, move on. It's kind of hinting certain character. Yeah, I can pretty much just say he's sensing the characters from the previous Puyo Puyo, the original Puyo Puyo series came in.
Yeah, and that gets us to the story mode, or story modes, because there are multiple character story modes.
Yeah, this game actually introduced the diversity of different characters to play in the story mode. Because up until now, you can only in the story modes you can only play as the major protagonists. But now you've got this game actually introduces the whole collection of characters that you can actually choose to play in the story mode. You kind of get what I mean?
Yep, and trying to think about what I was going to say next. There are going to be some stories I will not be covering. Spoiler alert, because some of these characters I don't really care for, and you know this is my playthrough, so my rules.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, though, which characters did you not really fancy as much? I'm just wondering.
I will not say all of them, but I will say for sure Onion Pixie is, like, an offender of this.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one.
But
Onion, yeah.
As for today's, this episode's story mode, by the way, each episode we're doing, it'll be of a story mode, so... I'm predicting that each episode is going to be like 30 minutes long or somewhere around there. Since I ended Puyo Puyo Fever 2 off with Sig's Hara Hara course, I figured that it would be pretty nice if we started off with him, you know.
Yeah. Why not? Say that sounds good.
Oh, and speaking of Onion Pixie...
Oh, God. Yeah, he hates Sig.
Alrighty, and this gets us into the gameplay of Puyo Puyo 15th Anniversary, and as you see there's a roulette. There are different symbols on the roulette that indicate which playstyle I'm going to be going by. So, the yellow Puyo, for example, is Puyo Puyo Su. Green represents the original Puyo rules. The red Puyo is Fever, and we have a whole bunch of other new game modes. Looks like we got Fever.
One of the selling points.
But yeah, as we're going through this first stage, Quinton, how about you talk about this game's reception and sales? Because,
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm pretty interested to hear about that.
I'm gonna be honest, I did do some research before you got set up for the stream. So far, there aren't really that many reports about its commercial reception, but as far as its critical, it actually received a lot of positive reviews.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it was like the selling points, the praise points were mostly like the diversity of characters, maintaining their personalities, and the abundance of game modes, and the soundtrack. The main criticisms that it got, though, were mostly based on bugs that existed at the beginning of its release for the DS, which were quickly fixed. Any other any other main criticisms were just kind of mixed feelings on the whole premise as a whole. Like, the fact that that it's a tournament where characters fight each other in 8 rounds. But the main criticism there was like this, the repetitive the repetitive scenery and background music.
Yeah, I can't blame them.
It got old. Yeah. And so yeah, bugs, the repetitive scenery, and just some And some people, like fans, were a little upset that certain characters from Fever that they like Fever 2 that they liked, didn't make an appearance in this game. Like, say, Gogote.
Yeah, that guy, he only appeared in Puyo Puyo Fever 2, as I stated in my Let's Play of that.
Yeah. Yeah, then again, he didn't really have that much reception. Like, he still had fans, but wasn't really enough.
I didn't think he was that interesting, but, you know... At least his character had a good vocal performance by his voice actor.
Yeah, and I think his spoonerisms were kind of funny, honestly. Like, the way he just kind of bounces around when he says, you know, like Rafino, you're tired. Skareteru ne, skareteru na, skareteru yo. He just kind of gave that little goofy sort of creepy vibe to him. And like with his desire to want to cook for people and, well, pull out a potion out of his pants.
yeah, viewers make of that as you will. But you wanna know what's funny? Like, we're going through 8 stages per character story mode, and you know, I'm going to be referring to them as the 8 crazy stages.
Wow.
You can guess where that's going. Yeah.
Technical foul.
Yeah, disclaimer, viewers, there might be a lot of talk about Adam Sandler films throughout this entire playthrough. Oh my god. But anyway, this cutscene right here.
Is there if I just kind of sum up, like, the reception real quick?
Yeah, do so.
Yeah. But yeah, like, all that said and done, people say, like, critics and audiences did agree that this did fit the standards of not only a Puyo Puyo game, but it was a perfect title for perfect fit for an anniversary title. Like, not 100% perfect, like, say, 20th, but it satisfied a lot of people in the end. So, general positive reception. Anyway.
Yep, and... Alright.
いいよ。
Eel.
君も青色が好きなの？好き。青は空だし、海だし。僕も大好き。深くても浅くても透き通ったところが。見つめていると吸い込まれて、気持ちがどこか遠くへ行ける。僕がいた世界を思い出させるんだ。アルルのいた世界に帰りたい？ここも大好きだよ。でもあっちのみんなにも会いたいな。行ったり来たりできるといいね。そうだね。ぷよ勝負にそのヒントがあると思うんだけど。やってくれる？ぷよ勝負。勝負だ。
Yes.
Alright, let's see if I can get Puyo Su. There we go.
Nice. If you need me to, if you need a context on the cutscenes, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to help.
Yeah, it'd be greatly appreciated. So, I don't really think I need to be explained, what happened in that cutscene, because, you know, throughout the entirety of the Fever games, Arl's just trying to get back to her own world.
Yeah, and that kind of got brought up at the beginning of the cutscene. They were talking about liking the color blue. It was Arl's question if Sig liked the color blue. That gave the context to Arl as to why, made Arl explain why she likes it, and that led up to her wanting to go back to her own world. But she also stated she likes it here too.
So yeah, a fun fact for the viewers, this is the last game that Carbuncle would have that kind of design that you would have in the Fever games. Because he would get redesigned in 7 a little bit.
Yeah, 7 was actually... The artwork for 7 was actually passed on to another artist, but
Yeah, and that explains its weird touches here and there, but you know, I do like parts of the art style. And oh my god, I can't wait till I get to that game, because Puyo 7 actually became, like, more recently my second favorite Puyo game for reasons.
really,
Yeah, mostly for the gameplay, but yeah, it's quite of a treat. I don't know, I just grown to love
Yeah.
it.
yeah, I think this might be the one game we have, like, complete polar opposite opinions on. But that's okay, that's a good thing.
こんにちは。
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
遊びじゃないよ。一応大会だよ。
そうだよ。
そっか。みんなが大会で遊んでくれないから退屈なんだ。だから大会に出ることにしたの？遠慮はいらない。いざぷよ勝負。
Barton, yeah, everybody was too busy with the Everybody's too busy with the tournament that they don't really have time to play with bartenders.
Alright, viewers, I just clicked on a question mark, and I got excavation. This is a really interesting game mode. We're getting into some of the more weird ones in the game.
Fun fact, yeah.
So the point of this one is to try to dig out the garbage to get to the star below, and once you clear that with a group of Puyos, I think it's better if I just show you. It immediately sends 6 comments of garbage Puyos to your opponent, so...
Infinite amounts.
So it's whoever gets to it first wins.
こんなもんか。
Fun fact, this one was actually first introduced in box and then carried out into this game.
Oh, that's interesting, and it also came back for 20th anniversary.
Yep.
Oh god, it's Mr. Fish Dicks himself, as I like to call him.
Skitodara! This was glorious.
Yeah, it's Skatora, or as I call him, Mr. Fish Dicks, because he sometimes kind of acts like a dick. I'm not gonna beat around the bush with that.
Yeah, he is an iconic character, though.
友達。
Whether it be for the right or wrong reasons, we are not going to get into them. Like, seriously, this guy appears in every other Puyo game past this one. Like, what?
No, like, keep in mind, though, he was one of a few characters that were really given a lot of high praise and a cult following in the original series, so...
To which I don't
Adding to
understand, but either way, like, if the fans like him, then whatever.
Yeah, that's mainly the reason for the continuation of his character. He was actually he was one of many beloved characters in the original, that bringing him back in 15th anniversary was considered glorious at the time. And he still has a popular fan base today, so...
ダンス。
Shall we dance?
ダンスのことなら何でも聞いていいぜ。
ダンスはいい。ぷよ勝負しよう。おじさんぷよは強い。
Oji-san.
Oji-san!
That I understood.
おじさんぷよは強い。
He
Oji-san
called him that again.
Yeah, he also does that to Rulu.
Fish!
Yeah, that was one of his popular quotes.
One
His
of his
catchphrases.
one of his signature lines.
That's his catchphrase.
Oh, there's that fever thing. This is non-stop fever. I love this one.
I absolutely love the fever theme in this game.
Yeah, the fever theme is fantastic, but we were getting into the fever of this game, and the stacks here are amazing.
And the music.
I don't understand why they didn't bring back these fever stacks for later games outside of 7, because 7 is very much... let's just say that 7 has a lot of things reused from 15th anniversary. Like the menu UI,
Yeah... 7 was one of its problems. I've got a lot to say about 7, but I'll leave that up to you to decide whether it's the right time. It's your channel. Good, and Kimitaze!
Riptide!
Riptide! So yeah, on the art style, so the person who did the art for Fever 2 and 15th anniversary was Nino, but then in 7, the art direction was passed completely on to another artist, Masao Tsunoda. Yet, there's very little change in animation style.
Yeah, the only problem I have with Non-Stop Fever is that it could go on for quite a while.
And depending on the AIs of the characters, yeah. Skitodora is not exactly...
Yeah, he's not exactly smart.
Well, no, he's not really high tier as a playable character either. Like if you were to compare to, say, Satan, Rulu, Shezo...
Shezo, yeah. Cool.
Cool, and Kimitaze! Doing well, Dave.
Yeah, but if I stay here any longer, like, my rank is going to go down. I won't get that S.
I don't know. It's not just time; it's also performance too. That does build up the ranks. Got a really high score going on. But yeah, if time does go on for too long, ranks are going to go down.
But yeah, the max amount of pre-made chain that you can make is 15, but you can extend that to 16 if you wish, but that's risky.
Yeah. Once you bump the X's on your last... Because once you bump the X's, you're pretty much dead. There you go.
But he's just going to clear. That's exactly why this goes on for a while.
Yeah, generally the response here is like to survive as much as you can after, like to avoid getting piled by Puyos. Yep, you still got some openings. Gambatte.
And I think from what I remember, like, Non-Stop Fever doesn't go by the character drop sets. It just has a pre-made thing for every character. Because I played Non-Stop Fever a lot. I paid attention. And as you can see, Margin Time is really starting to kick up a notch, but it's already over. Skatoro's done. But yeah, Margin Time is crazy with Fever. And yeah, because I spent so much time there, I got only a B rank.
Oji-san tsuyoku nakatta. Just called him an old man again in the text.
Oh boy, it's Mr. Cord.
Akoru sensei!
シグ君楽しんでますか？
楽しんでるよ。
うん、楽しい。先生も出るんだ。先生だって大会を楽しみたいわ。それに日頃の授業の成果がどれだけあるのか直接試してみたいもの。抜き打ちテストだ。そうかもしれないわね。さあ始めましょう。はーい。
So yeah, Mr. Cord's here to enjoy the festivities as well, but also wants to kind of test Sig and the other students, see how they're doing outside class and during the day. So, testing them out.
And you know, Sue is my preferred way of playing Puyo, so,
Me too, yeah.
Hey.
not saying the Fever is bad, it just has problems.
Yeah, the drop set does change in accordance with the... Wow. Did not mean to make that pun. Based on the characters you're playing. So yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I prefer Sue as well. Not just because it's a classic mode. So I'm with you on that one, Dave.
But yeah, I considered, making this playthrough go on for the hard difficulty, but with a certain character, makes things a little bit tedious, so I decided not to put it on hard for that reason.
こんなもんか。
先生、これで抜き打ちテスト。
Oh boy, it's Lemurs! Lemurs, one of the best characters in the series!
Navi would be happy to see this one.
Yeah. Viewers, Lemurs is Gaming Navi's favorite Puyo Puyo character, if only because of how cool he is.
And then there's that cutscene. There's that his.
Yeah, that Kiki cutscene.
God. Yes.
ついたかも。
ああ。
それともチョコレートかな。
お腹壊すよ。
どちらか？
そうだね。欲張りはいけない。選ぶことも大切な勉強。さあ、選んでいて。
今はいい。
おお。断っちゃった。
君らしい選択だね。じゃあ勝負にしようか。
うん、不要勝負だ。
Lemurs gave Sig the option to pick between candy and chocolate, but yeah, Sig kind of made a good point about I have to choose which one or the other. And Lemurs gave the lesson, yeah, I can't be greedy, and life and the ability to choose is one of life's greatest lessons. But Sig decided, yeah, I'm good. Lemurs thought that was a very Sig-like decision to make, so decided to go with Puyo match.
But yeah, original Puyo Puyo rules, this is basically Dr. Robotnik's Bean Bean Machine for my viewers out there.
I was shocked upon that discovery.
Yeah, because he actually didn't know until he found that out a while back. But legit though, that game has some meme-worthy faces.
Really?
油断したかな。
こんなもんか。
カタの中すいたやっぱりキャンディ欲しいかも。And Sig's now deciding that he might want candy. Because the battle made him.
Oh, Ocean Prince. Okay.
Not a fan of the character.
Yeah. Not a fan of him either, but I found this transformation in Puyo Fever 2 to be interesting.
Same.
Yeah, with that form, he looked more like a human girl, put simply. He really sounded like one too.
Yeah, he definitely had that sort of, ladylike appearance for a prince. But he's not very likable either.
Yeah, he's very selfish. Like,
yeah, he just wants to live living. There's a fine line between living the life you want to live and just being a prick to others, really. Because he keeps running away from Ultimo, and he also plays prank. He also has a history of playing pranks on people in his palace.
And also he does abuse his power to try to punish others.
Yes.
王子、お腹すいた。
Now his hunger's going up from the last match.
昼寝付きだったよね。
And the callback to Fever 2.
世が世ならなんとかしてあげたいが。
大会中やろ。
大会には厳しい掟がある。掟、何それ。
知らんの。
お主、掟も知らぬのか。知らない。知らないと困る。ならば大会の掟も。うん。よーく聞け。掟とは守らないと罰せられる大切な決まり事なのだ。へえ。大会の掟を知りたいか。
知りたい。
大会の掟は魚王子に勝ってはならぬ。よいか。困った。掟を破るとどうなるの。だったら怖くない。不要だ。作戦を見破られたか。
What is it?
What?
Like you were going about that last bit there.
Yeah, he said at the end, my strategy has failed. Like he was explaining because of the rules of the tournament, he can't really offer the things he was promised, being the servant of, being the prince's servant in reference to Fever 2. But after explaining that following the rules are important to beat the ocean, that the rules are you have to defeat the ocean, see if you can beat me or beat the prince in the tournament, but just the way he said it just came off as some sort of a manipulative.
That's a big fail.
Yeah. Oh.
How do you even chain the high? I wasn't paying attention.
I feel like I could have explained that better. He explains to Sig that, that you have to follow the rules or else you'll fall in Puyo Hell. Especially in the tournament. Just got a bad vibe from when he said my strategy failed when he was explaining it. Kind of made it come off that he was trying to act sort of manipulative towards Sig. That's
just like in Fever 2.
Yeah, that's probably why.
せいやそう行くぞ足っと足回ると
あいたたたたあいたたたた
無念じゃこんなもん
I like that little detail where his butler's actually suffering along with him as he gets hit.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Ultimo's actually actually with the Ocean Prince this time instead of him running away.
Oh, Rulu.
Oh. Rulu.
プリンプ
This... Yeah. Purimpu. This is one of the criticisms that this game got from fans.
Of course, because everything, all problems have to be centralized around Rulu's character.
Actually, no, it's not Rulu being mean or anything. It's actually how other characters address Rulu. There is an inconsistency. Like, you know how Sig called Skatotaro Oji-san earlier?
Yep.
Well, many different characters actually address Rulu as different things, like One-san, Oba-san.
Rulu-sama.
Yeah, and it's in connection with Rulu's age, because officially she's 18 years old.
Yeah, at least at this point in the series, 18.
No, but one of the directors acted in response to her voice actress saying she is 18, but the person, one of the game creators was like, as if it weren't official when it really is. So that led to a couple questions, like, what is Rulu supposed to be? Is she still 18? Is she older? Because there's a couple of characters who are here who are addressing her differently, whether she's younger or older or the same age. That was one of the more noticeable criticisms I got from fans, like that I've noticed from fans.
Huh.
It's not Rulu's character, it's how they're representing her and how she's being addressed.
知りたいのでもまだ子供には教えてあげられないわじゃあさようなら
そうやってあっさりと帰る。
そうあっさりされると名乗れないじゃない
I like that still image of Rulu just having her fan just snapped in half.
As usual.
じゃあ誰
That's the jealousy snap.
愛と美と拳に切る国士無双な女王といえばこのルール様のことよ覚えておくのね
And see, viewers right there, she just addressed herself as Rulu-sama.
Uh-huh. She's more cockier than, she's a lot more cocky than Shazo.
わあ
But
心配ないルルみんなそうそうでしょうねところでサタン様を知らないかしら
Oh! She mentioned the name.
what? Like, yeah, she's talking about Satan, but like, what?
I was going to make that like a big deal to the viewers. Like,
知らない
I don't get it.
because he's like the final boss in like half of these stories.
He was originally the main antagonist of the Puyo series, while just kind of one of major side characters in Mado.
サタン様を追ってこんな知らない世界に来てしまった私もしかしてプヨ勝負で飛ばされてきた あらそうだけど
Hmm.
アルルと一緒だ
Uh-oh. I don't think you should be mentioning Arl to Rulu.
He doesn't know that though.
アルル
Yeah.
青色の服で黄色い変な生き物を連れた
So they all.
ルルってアルルのお友達
Tomodachi.
友達なわけないでしょあんなチンジクリン敵ですわ敵敵いけないぐずぐずしていられないわ早くサタン様を探さなきゃもしくはアルルを何とかしなきゃアルルの敵とぷよ勝負だそうねさっさと型をつけましょういざぷよ勝負よわーい
You know, when you hear, yeah, just going back to Madoma, hearing her say, yeah, there's no way that she's a friend of mine. Rulu saying that about Arl after looking back at Madoma Nagatari the Saturn.
Yeah. It really,
Like, I
it really
get it.
undermines that, but then again, this is Sonic Team's interpretation of the Puyo Puyo series.
Well, technically, Sega and Sonic Team took over, bought all the rights and took over for Compile after they declared bankruptcy. So
へい
it's their series now.
ハガンショー行くぞ
So as one would expect, Rulu's a bit tougher compared to other opponents, but yeah, she still doesn't stand a chance.
Nope. But it's good to play it safe though, with somewhat of a shorter, chain of combos, as fast as you can before she strikes one out.
Yeah, sometimes shorter chains get the job done better.
She is an A tier after all. Yeah.
優勝おめでとうシグ君
Okini.
やったー
So now we're getting to the thing that happens at the end of every story, just with the said character talking to Miss Accord.
Yeah, because Miss Accord said at the beginning, at the opening cutscene, whoever wins all eight tournament rounds earns the medal as a prize. I mean, earns a medal that grants you any one wish as a prize. So Miss Accord, being the host of the tournament, offers it to the person.
シグ君の願い事は一体何かしら見たことない虫が森にいっぱい先生これでいいごめんなさいねシグ君メダルさんは虫が嫌いだって
Nande? The medal has a conscience, apparently.
どうして
Apparently so.
What?
メダルさんは
I said apparently so.
虫が止まっても払ったりできないのだから虫だけは勘弁してくださいってへっちゃったら捕まえてあげるのにでもわかった
I love how Popoyus is constantly swinging around Miss Accord's
Yeah.
hand. Like, he's just always coming along for the ride.
He is her cat.
誰でも嫌いなものはあるごめんメダルさん
謝ることないのに。
メダルさんもごめんねシグ君って思ってるわ
Well, that sucked.
And thus ends Sig's 8 crazy stages. And that's what we are going to be saying at the end of every one of these stories we're doing. Because of course we are.
Of course.
So, as for this first episode, we'll show off the credits here, and then do so at the very last story that we're doing. I've got the finale planned out. I know which story I want to do for the finale. It's my favorite one. Which I will leave that as a mystery, even to Quinton.
Alrighty then. Build up the excitement there.
Sound director, Hibiki Abe. Yeah.
So you guys want a context for the end cutscene?
I think it's within my viewers' best interest because most of my viewers are English speakers.
Just asking. Alright. So yeah, Sig's wish was to have a forest for a forest filled with bugs, but apparently the metal has a consciousness and says nope because he hates bugs. And the reason being, Miss Accord says, is because the metal doesn't have a hand that either swats or wards them away. And Sig's response, well, he's not entirely disappointed. He says he could have, offered to catch the bugs if they came, but he realizes that everybody has things that they like or don't like, so he's accepting of it, and Miss Accord interprets the metal's consciousness saying, sorry, Sig.
So in the end, he doesn't really get anything out of it.
What?
So in the end, he doesn't really get anything out of it, just the metal.
No, even the metal. Yeah. The whole purpose of the metal is to grant the wish, but the metal has a consciousness and says, nope, I don't like bugs. I don't have a hand to swat them away.
But yeah, my overall rank is S, so your ranks are counted towards a total rank at the story, and so I got an S overall, which is good. But that's going to do it for this first episode of Puyo Puyo 15th Anniversary with Quinton here. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode, and we'll see you for episode 2 when that comes out.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Goodbye, viewers.
Have a good one, guys.